Dyatlov Pass Incident. Unraveling Russia's chilling true crime mystery. Have you ever stood in a snow-covered forest, the wind howling like a distant voice, and felt the weight of the unknown press against you? I once walked through a winter trail in the mountains, the crunch of snow underfoot, and imagined a night in 1959, deep in Russia's Ural Mountains, where 9 young hikers vanished into a mystery that still chills the soul. Known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident, their deaths remain one of the most perplexing true crime enigmas in Russian history, a historical mystery that rivals Jack the Ripper's unsolved murders in London history. Found frozen, with strange injuries and clues that defy logic, their story weaves a tapestry of science, superstition, and the paranormal. Who or what claimed their lives? Tonight, we'll trek into the icy wilderness of the Urals, trace the steps of Igor Dyatlov's group, and unravel a true crime saga that haunts the world, a puzzle as enduring as the snow that blankets the pass. Our story begins in late January 1959 in Sverdlovsk, a bustling industrial city in Soviet Russia. A group of 10 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, prepare for a skiing expedition to Mount Otorten, a remote peak in the northern Urals. They are young, fit, and experienced, their faces bright with adventure. The team, 9 men and 2 women, including Ludmila Dubinina, Yuri Krivonischenko, and Zinaida Kalmagorovac's tents, cameras, and journals, ready for a 200-mile trek through sub-zero temperatures. On January 27th, they board a train, singing songs and joking, unaware that only 9 will reach the trailhead after one member, Yuri Yudin, falls ill and turns back. By February 1st, they pitch camp on a slope called Kolet Cycle, or Dead Mountain, in Monsey folklore. When they fail to return, a search begins on February 20th, revealing a scene of horror, their tent slashed open, footprints leading into the snow, and bodies scattered, some with injuries that defy explanation. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, named for their leader, becomes a true crime mystery that grips Russian history, an unexplained event that echoes the unsolved cases of American history. The Soviet Union in 1959 was a land of pride and paranoia, its space program soaring with Sputnik while the Cold War cast a shadow. The Urals, a rugged divide between Europe and Asia, were dotted with labor camps and secret military sites, yet also a playground for students like Dyatlov's group who embraced hiking as a test of endurance. The hikers' camp at 3,600 feet faced brutal conditions, blizzards, winds up to 60 miles per hour, and temperatures as low as -30 degrees Fahrenheit. Searchers found their tent on February 26th, cut from within, with boots and coats left behind, suggesting a frantic escape. 5 bodies were located first, some barefoot, others in socks, near a cedar tree 1.5 kilometers away, with signs of a small fire. 2 months later, in May, the remaining 4 were found in a ravine with injuries like crushed skulls and missing eyes, yet no external wounds. A camera, journals, and a mysterious roll of film added to the enigma, making this a historical mystery akin to Jack the Ripper's terror in London history, a paranormal puzzle that stirred fear in the Soviet heartland. To humanize this tragedy, let's imagine Katya, a fictional friend of the hikers, a fellow student at the institute. Katya, 20, sees the group off at Sverdlovsk station, hugging Zinaida and promising to join their next trip. When news of their disappearance reaches her, she volunteers with the search, trudging through snow, her heart sinking as bodies are found. Katya pores over their journals, reading Dyatlov's meticulous notes, and studies photos showing an odd light in the sky. She attends their funerals, her grief mixed with questions, and later visits the pass, leaving a stone for her friends. Katya's story, though imagined, grounds the Dyatlov Pass Incident in the lives of those left behind, a true crime mystery that touched a generation, much like Jack the Ripper's victims in London history. The investigation, led by Sverdlovsk prosecutor Lev Ivanov, was a maze of contradictions. Autopsies revealed hypothermia as the primary cause for the first 5, but the ravine bodies had severe trauma. Ludmila's ribs were shattered and Semyon Zolotaryov's skull was fractured, injuries likened to a car crash, yet with no bruising. Dubinina's tongue and eyes were missing, sparking rumors of mutilation. Radiation traces on their clothes, noted by Ivanov, added intrigue, as did a journal entry about snowmen and a photo of a blurry figure. The tense cuts suggested panic, but footprints showed an orderly exit. Ivanov's 1959 report concluded an unknown compelling force, a vague term that fueled speculation. The case was closed, files sealed until the 1990s, making the Dyatlov Pass incident a true crime enigma in Russian history, an unsolved case akin to American history's Black Dahlia. What caused the Dyatlov Pass incident? The first theory is an avalanche, the leading scientific explanation. In 2019, Swiss researchers Johann Gaume and Alexander Puzrin proposed a slab avalanche. A small but deadly snow slide struck the tent, forcing the hikers to flee. The slope's 20-degree incline, combined with wind-blown snow, supports this, and delayed injuries could explain the ravine deaths. Critics, like Russian investigator Yuri Kuntsevich, note no avalanche debris was found, and the hikers' calm footprints contradict panic. This theory, grounded in geophysics, offers a natural cause but struggles with the trauma and radiation, keeping the Dyatlov Pass a historical mystery like Jack the Ripper's elusive identity in London history. A second theory suggests infrasound-induced panic. Meteorologist Donny Icar, in his 2013 book Dead Mountain, posits that katabatic winds, funneled by the pass's terrain, created low-frequency sound waves, 1 to 20 hertz, triggering fear and disorientation. Infrasound, studied in lab settings, can cause nausea and irrational behavior, perhaps driving the hikers from their tent. The cedar tree's fire and scattered bodies align with confusion, but infrasound doesn't explain the injuries or radiation. This theory, rooted in acoustics, offers a psychological angle but leaves gaps. A true crime puzzle in Russian history, akin to the Taos Hum's strange sounds. A third theory ventures into the paranormal or extraterrestrial. Local Mansi legends speak of spirits on Dead Mountain, and some, like author Anatoly Guskov, link the incident to UFOs, citing the hiker's photo of a glowing orb and reports of lights in the sky. Radiation and missing organs fueled alien abduction theories, amplified by 1990s ex-posts and books like Dyatlov Pass keeps it secret. The Soviet Union's secrecy with nearby missile tests fed conspiracy ideas, including a botched military experiment. This theory, while speculative, resonates with the era's paranoia, a historical mystery that captivates like Jack the Ripper's debated motives in true crime. The evidence is hauntingly incomplete. The hikers' journals, preserved in Ekaterinburg's Dyatlov Foundation, detail their route but not their final hours. Photos, including the Yeti figure, are grainy, open to interpretation. Forensic re-examinations in 2019, ordered by Russia's prosecutor general, upheld the avalanche theory but found no radiation anomalies, contradicting Ivanov's report. Snow samples from 1959 are lost, and the site, now a tourist spot, yields no new clues. Like the Library of Alexandria's Lost Scrolls, the Dyatlov Pass incident's truth is a void, a true crime enigma that fuels debate in Russian history. The Dyatlov Pass incident's legacy endures, a specter in the Urals snow. It inspired films like Devil's Pass, books like Mountain of the Dead by Keith McCloskey, and podcasts like the Dyatlov Tapes. In 2024, ex-posts debated new avalanche models, reflecting the case's grip on modern sleuths. The incident exposed Soviet secrecy, much as Jack the Ripper revealed London's underbelly, and sparked Russia's outdoor culture with memorials at the pass. Like the dancing plague of 1518, its allure lies in its mystery, a wound in Russian history that refuses to heal. Let's return to Katya, our student, to anchor the loss. Decades later, Katya, now a retired teacher, visits the Dyatlov Pass, her scarf tight against the wind. She recalls Zinaita's laugh, Igor's resolve, and the search's despair. When new theories emerge, Katya hopes for closure but finds only echoes. She tells her students of 1959, urging them to seek truth. Katya's grief, though imagined, ties the Dyatlov Pass incident to ordinary lives, a true crime mystery that resonates like Jack the Ripper's victims in London history, a paranormal enigma in Russian history. What does the Dyatlov Pass incident teach us? It's more than a true crime tale, it's a mirror of courage, fear, and the human quest for answers. Like Jack the Ripper's victims, it's a loss we mourn, a puzzle we chase. The avalanche theory speaks to nature, infrasound to the mind, the paranormal to the unknown. Each shapes our view of Russian history, yet the hikers elude us, an unsolved case that challenges us to question, as we do with London history's mysteries, to honor those lost to time. In 2025, as sleuths probe the Urals, we stand with Katya asking her questions. Will we name the force, or will Dead Mountain keep it secret? The answer matters less than the seeking, for in it we honor their memory. The Dyatlov Pass incident, like the Wow Signal or Jack the Ripper, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who walked under the same stars. Its mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its chill endures. As we close, let's hold the hikers close. Their shadows in the Ural snow, their story living in us. Their friends, like Katya, didn't know we'd seek them, but they hoped, trusting time to speak. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So, what truths will you chase? What trails will you follow? The Dyatlov Pass is silent, but its echo lingers in every mystery we unravel. That winter trail, when I felt the mountain's pulse, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep remembering. The Dyatlov Pass incident is Russia's deepest mystery, but its spirit endures. What do you think? What does this tragedy mean to you? Have you felt the pull of true crime, the urge to uncover historical mysteries in Russian history? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by the paranormal and the shadows of the Urals, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. The Dyatlov Pass is ours to carry forward. Thank you for trekking through the snow with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in the cold.